Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to week number 2 of PvP League Season 2. My name's Celty, and I'm joined here today again by the only one, the master who's feeling great today, Iceflux. Hello there.
Hello. Yes, I am feeling great today.
How are you doing, Iceflux? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's great, man.
Yeah?
You know? Yeah.
Right, perfect. Right, so any moment, everything should get going in here. And I just realized I don't have in-game sound for some reason. Yeah, wow, because it's on 0. That's what you call a genius. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have in-game sound too. Oh no. Alright, the game did exactly what I did not want it to do. So, excuse me for that. Short technical issues that will be solved in a second. There's a certain application that is not doing its job. There you go. And fixed. How are you guys all doing today? You guys had a great weekend? Having a great Sunday evening? It's Sunday, right? Yeah, it's Sunday. We're just waiting everything here to get going. And we're waiting for the participants for round number 1. Everyone who wishes to participate can whisper a certain member. And for today, we have also disabled the slow chat on the Twitch chat, just so you guys know. Already see a few people here going on. Now, let's have a look at last week's ranking, shall we? There you go. So, on the first place, we have Tenopane, who I think he won. Yeah, he won every match last week. And then it's followed by Iwon, who also won every single match last week. Followed by Vinkuv. Same story. Oh, look at that. Pretty much all of them won every game they had last week. The only difference being certain people had 3 matches, certain people had 2 matches, and some of them even won. Did we see a trend last week, guys? As in a class that is dominating over all the others?
Yeah, we are seeing a lot of nobles that are currently winning a lot of their matches. Honestly, it's still too early to tell, though. A lot of the matchups were a bit uneven last week, so hopefully we'll see a lot more closer matchups this time.
But we've also seen, I think it was 2 mercenaries last week that, and I remember they won all the matches, didn't they?
They did, yes.
Yeah.
Which surprises me too.
Surprisingly well, even. That's where everyone is saying that with the mercenaries, you're either you're super good or you don't do anything. I don't know. I can't really agree to that. I think mercenaries are a very strong class as they are. At least what I see here is surprising. One thing that still fascinates me from last week's matches is we saw a couple of matchups that were very, very similar or very even. As in, I remember this one example where we had 2 excavators, same level, pretty much same equipment, but one of the excavators came out extremely dominant over the other one. And of course, we don't know how they're skilled and what their stats are, but I feel like there's a major difference in the way you stat your character for PvP or not. So perhaps one of them was stat for PvP and the other one wasn't. I don't know. We won't figure it out probably unless we ask them. But that was something very interesting that I've seen last week that fascinated me. And one of the other interesting matchups that we had were Priest against Shaman. And I think we saw that the Shamans came out dominant over the Priests, right?
They did, yeah. They have a lot of skills that can help deplete the Priest MP and a lot of debuffs along the way. And it just ended up with both of the classes lost all the MP, but the Shaman just had a lot more damage.
So what you're saying is the basically the MP depletion skills made the win for the shamans, or
It helps. Like priest has got a lot more mana to conserve because when they've got their prayer ability, their recovery skills cost 40% less mana. So for the shaman to reduce the MP of the priest is a big upset for the priest, and all they can do is just attack with a magic ball.
yeah. Well, it's gonna be interesting to see what kind of matchups we'll have this week.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get a little bit more diversity.
More
Is
to
there a
call.
question for? Is there any reward for the first place? I believe you're about to answer that, so I'll let you do
No,
that.
I was about to ask you.
You're about to ask me, were you? Oh,
Yes, sir.
I was going to ask you.
No, I was gonna ask
Yeah,
you.
so the entire season, at the end of the league, the top 3 winners of each class will get rewards. So this whole thing is a league system, so the rewards are only given at the end of the league. And that will be 3 prizes. So you would have 3 prizes for Noble, 3 prizes for Merc, 3 prizes for Explorer, etc. And they're quite big prizes. I think first place gets 20 slates and a unique dress, which has a 90-day title of winning the PvP League.
Very nice, very nice. And I've just seen Akim did another at everyone. You can never have enough attention.
Well, that explains my notification.
Right, so I think we're still waiting for the participants. Nice HP bar, thank you very much. It's a special delivery. Yeah, they're coming in the names for the participants of the first round. So any minute we'll be starting up. So Shadow, what does the 2607 stand for? Let's see. We have Licken, Kiki Omega. Oh, I love reading those names. Arlequina Lancerina PP, Cyclone Nabu. Oh my god, those are a lot of participants. Nobi, Gun Thunder, W, Aizen, Haken, Tails, Wulu Bull Hulu, Lonery 98, Seiya, Arma Humana, Vinkov, and Wood. Oh, Wood. Right. So that means that any minute we'll get started. Oh, I'm excited. Could have made the music a bit louder. So, Ice.
No.
No?
No.
Why wouldn't you participate? Are you not good in PvP?
Yeah, I'm trash in PvP. Like, the only reason I don't participate is because secretly everyone here can beat me, and I just don't want to admit that.
Weren't you proclaiming that you are the PvP king?
I am the PvP king.
Yeah, I remember
in my own
last week.
self-proclaimed mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Look, if I never lose a PvP, then technically I am the PvP king, right?
No, that's not how it works. No.
Oh.
No. I'm
Okay.
sorry. No.
Well, how comes you're not participating?
Honestly, I'm just too good in PvP.
Oh,
I can tell you tales of when I went to Drows and I completely ripped and caught magician, yeah, and a sniper, and they were both above me from the level, and I mean, they were the ones laying on the floor at the end of the day.
So you think you're too good to go against these people?
Mm-hmm. That's honestly the issue, and I feel like I should give the other people a chance to win, you know?
I have a funny feeling someone will easily challenge you at any point and probably beat you easily.
No. You see, I guess we'll never figure out because I'm not participating.
Yeah, you're just too scared.
No, really, it's not being scared. It's just I'm a nice person, you know, from the bottom of my heart.
That's what you make everyone think, but you're not.
No, I am. You know, I feel like one of these days, you and me, we will have to have a PvP on stream. You know, I'm feeling it.
I'm up for it now if you want. I'll
Yeah.
beat you.
Nah, not right now. No, no, no,
Are
no.
you sure? I mean, I'm pretty sure
No,
I'll
you
win.
know, I need to warm up a little bit. You know.
You're just scared.
Yeah, no, no, like my fingers, right? I need to warm up a little bit. Like usually before I made PvP in Florensia, I would go like jogging half an hour, make some, you know, push-ups, sit-ups, you know, warm up my fingers. It's very important, you know.
Or maybe it's because you've only got 5,000 HP.
That's all I need, honestly. Well, that was something I wanted to say. Let's say if we hit 10,000 followers, Ice and I will do a PvP on stream. How's that sound? What do you say, Ice?
Yeah, I'm down for it anytime.
All right.
For your
And-
information, PvP battle is starting.
Perfect. We're having 105 Shaman and Kiki Omega, who is a court magician, and he's starting off with his classic combo, Shade, and we saw Wrath of Earth, am I right?
Yep, Wrath of Earth.
Yes, sir. We saw Fire Pole, we saw the Ice Ball, and he's now doing the classic teleport away strategy, but Nabu was a bit quicker, and now he's adding out his combo. There comes the lure and hits, so now Omega has plenty of time to regenerate, while Nabu's Armor of Light is depleting. So it'll be interesting to see if Omega in his next combo has enough damage output to get Nabu down.
I think one thing that's worth noticing is Kiki Amiga looks like he's running the full Wiz build on the Court Magician. So very low HP, but he's probably got over 30k MP. So Nabu's tactics of hopefully trying to deplete the CM's MP and hopefully whittle down that HP is going to be very difficult.
Ice, can you target Kiki real quick? Thank you.
I mean, it's hard when they keep teleporting away.
Yeah, I have to follow them everywhere as well.
So really, he's running low on mana, but if he gets a damage output, this could be the whole combo. But already we can see Kiki Amiga has run out of all mana.
Ooh, there comes the next lure of Incubus. Now he has plenty of time to regenerate.
Yeah, and this will be waiting for his lure, waiting for Shade, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waiting for
Being down the
Shade.
combo again.
And X just put out his entire combo. There he comes. And Nabu has no chance then. Oh. There he goes. There we go. We have the first winner of the first round. Kiki Omega.
Ooh. Who are you targeting for this one?
I'm targeting the GSM. Or, sorry, GM? No, what do you guys say?
Apparently,
GS.
the first round already happened and it was nobody involved in that one.
Right.
Obviously, we must have missed the announcement on the general
I'm
chat.
sorry for that one. So we have a GS. Wait, isn't it GSM? Well, apparently players on Luck say GS.
It is GS. GS is what everyone calls it.
Honestly, I'm pretty excited to see a GS. I've never seen a GS in PvP in here.
You just got to imagine a really angry tank running at you.
Look, he's
And
regenerating
he's
the
running
entire
away.
damage.
You just want to run away from the GS. It's just like, oh no, I'm not messing with that guy.
Look at that. I don't think he has enough damage output. Ooh.
Oh.
What was that?
What's
Poison
the skill?
bullet?
I think it's, yeah, you got poison bullet. which gets DOTs. But then I believe the GS has got impact energy maxed, so he has got more chance of getting critical hits on his basic attacks too.
Well, that just requires him to get up there in the first place.
Yep.
Which
There is a potential that if the GS can catch up to the sniper, he would be able to get a lot of crits and a lot of damage output.
Oh, there comes the absolute defense. And it's gonna get. Oh, now it made it up.
Right now, we're seeing the damage output from the sniper is just not enough to get past that shield.
However, the GS cannot really get up to him, so there's no way. Oh, there comes the shield bash.
Yep.
And he's regenerating.
So with the shield bash, you are able to recover HP and MP. I think you can actually do it 2 times if you're good enough, or you're lucky and you're quick.
There comes another shield bash. Is he using it to sit down? Yes, he is.
And you should notice is that they're also changing their equipment. So when they sit down, they're changing their equipment to the equipment that gives more HP recovery and HP regen. So they recover a lot more than they would usually with different other outfits on. That's why you certainly see in a lot of PvPs, players are always changing their outfits during certain combos and certain timings. If you've seen some players' skill bars, you would notice there's about 3 skill bars full of 30 different CS items. It's crazy.
And then comes another shield bash, but it's not looking too good for the GS.
Yeah.
And now they're just toying with each other.
Looks like Eisen will win this one. I mean, there's not much you can do, you know. The sniper's got a lot of mobility, and it's very hard for a GS to actually catch up to their target.
Yeah. I mean, Eisen played this one very strategically. As in, he always tried to keep his distance. He always slowed down the GS. The GS had almost never the chance to really catch up. And so this one was amazing. I think snipers are the biggest weak spot for GS.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got the next PvP. We got another Court Magician v an Excavator, level 100 Excavator.
I'll target the Excavator.
Yeah, once again, it looks like the Court Magician is a full Wisdom build. It seems to be the more popular build to go as the Court Magician these days. Due to protection of mana, basically becoming their HP bar, using their MP.
And there comes the Shade and the entire combo, and it looks like already that the damage output will be high enough to kill Arma in one go.
I mean, yeah, this is just the power of Court Magicians. One combo, if you've got the right equipment and you're against someone who's a bit under level, can do a good 20 to 30k damage in total.
Question is, did the Excavator in this case really have a chance? Maybe with I think you should have perhaps used a Crimson Dust.
Yeah, the thing with Crimson Dust is, even if you use the Crimson Dust, the CM will just put lure on you, wait for the Crimson Dust to run out, and then they'll do their full combo.
See, but what you can do if you're quick enough is while the lure is casting, which you see, it's I think it's 1 second or something, or a fraction of a second, you can shade if you're quick enough.
Yeah, true. That is an option you can do.
And we did have another PvP, right? Or was that?
Yeah, you got one going on now.
Oh, right. Okay. No, there were other people
Gold
having a
Thunder
PvP.
W.
Yeah, I'm targeting God Thunder. Sorry.
Oh, always targeting the one I'm targeting.
Sorry. And there comes the entire combo of the Court Magician.
And looks like the Court Magician lost. I think that was a ring out.
Yeah.
From the looks of it, I mean, there's a bit of confusion there, but it looked like a ring out.
I was confused too until you said it. Good
I
spot.
believe they started the PvP quite far away, so... I mean, that can happen.
Does that mean that Seva lost?
Yep.
Right.
A ring out counts as a loss, so...
Okay. That was a
For the
rather
next
interesting win.
Giiku v Tails, the standard Priest v Shaman matchup.
Shaman versus Priest. It's kind of interesting to see who wins this week.
Yeah, like last week we had, it always came to the case where they both ran out of mana, and it just ended up being like, you know, a slap war until who won the end in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be interesting to see if this happens again, or will one end up over the other. Looks like Tails is using a lot of Master Recovery mainly because it has a much lower MP recovery rate, or MP consumption, sorry. And his mana is looking very, very strong at the moment.
It is.
It looks like this will be an auto attack war. No one wants to lose their mana.
Yeah, because I mean, mana with shamans and with priests means durability. The more mana they have, the more they can heal themselves.
Absolutely.
So I see a few people running into the arena, which is not too nice.
You also notice that Tails is wearing the same dress, the bar dress,
Yep.
because that increases the MP recovery. So he is getting more MP recovery at the moment as well, and it also increases his healing of his master recovery.
However,
So
the MP recovery does not work in fight, does it?
it does work in fight, but it's not as much as it would usually be. So when you've got an out of combat one and you've got an in combat one, the out of combat is basically when you're recovering a lot more. That's when you're sitting usually.
Yep.
And then the in combat, you do recover a lot less.
But the to my knowledge, the in combat recovery is only it only counts from the wisdom you have
Correct. Yes.
and the levels. So that means that at rest, that does not interfere with the wisdom directly, does not increase the recovery at any rate during a fight.
Yep, that is correct. Looks like they're both getting to low mana, and we're
Yep.
going to see the infamous slap war.
Hello, Ryujin. Good afternoon to you, sir.
I like that example of what this PvP would be like. This feels like a Pokemon battle. Everyone waits for the turn of the other player. I mean, that is quite real in this case. It looks like the Shaman will end up being on top. I mean, Tails is doing really good in saving his MP usage and only using it when he had to. But the Shaman also did the same thing and only used her MP, his MP, when he could as well.
It's again interesting to actually know why the Shaman won. I think it came out to just higher damage output, didn't it?
Yeah, so you've got a lot of damage overtime effects. You've got the Curse of Lead, the Flare of Darkness. You've got the other skill I can't remember the name of right now. That's just, you know, a pro skill right there. I think it's Reaper's Curse or Benefit's Curse or something, which decreases the MP and the HP of the target.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of damage over time outcast effects, and that obviously can make a big difference in that sort of combat, because the priest hasn't really got those sort of debuffs, and if they do go it, then they probably lose a lot on their recoveries.
There we go again. I accidentally clicked the DPI button on my mouse.
You and your DPI.
I'm sorry. I touched it by accident.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I thought my DPI changed.
So we got another PvP happening.
Yes, sir.
Like your DPI changes fast, this PvP tournament moves fast. There's no time to wait.
Oh, there's an immediate lure of Incubus. Now, if I remember right, lure does not cool down in one combo of shade, does it?
It doesn't, no. Like, I'm probably going to be wrong on this, but I do think the cooldown of lure is like a minute or something. I think. I can't remember though, honestly, on the top of my head.
And
but yeah,
lure would be 12 seconds?
Yes.
So all in all, if you wait the 30 seconds plus the 12 seconds, that'd be 42 seconds, which if the cooldown is 1 minute, that wouldn't be enough to bring it back. So that's when the the shaman has the chance to attack back.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, this usually can happen when the CM misses the Shade of Fear. And if you miss that Shade of Fear, then you're kind of like, okay, well, do I just lure them now? Or do I just do pure damage output?
Yeah.
And when you're against a Shaman, it's the case of, I need to lure them because you got Armor of Light still. You know, you can't do that much damage when they got Armor of Light on. So in this case, the Shaman actually won that one, which was surprising.
Now the question is if it's the right thing to shade in if you're fighting against a shaman, or if you would go for a lure first and try the damage output and then shade. Then use lure.
It would depend on your build, honestly. Like, most people would probably just lure first, try to wait out for the AOL, and then do some damage over time as you go along. And then there's some people who'll just do the full combo first, and yeah, just hope the damage over time effects help out. But you also can't give the Shaman enough space in order to use their combos, because with a lot of the debuffs they can do, Court Magicians like Glass Cannon, they will probably die very quickly to a Shaman.
And this one, yeah, it seems like the MK just doesn't have enough damage output, really. But I mean, MKs can heal themselves; they can regenerate MP. So this fight could actually last for quite some time.
And one important thing here is the gladiators don't have much mana. So I believe most gladiators at that level have about 4,000, 5,000 mana, which is only just enough for about 3 or 4 skills. So they're kind of like Glass Cannon as well. They've got like 1 or 2 attempts in order to do as much damage as they can. Oh!
Seems like a disconnect happened.
Oh, it's a disconnect. Unfortunately, if someone disconnects, that does count as a win.
Yes, sir.
So Luna would be happy with that one.
Which, yeah, is sad because it was looking very good for the MK.
It was. Luna was running out of mana, and it would have just been the case of Lance could have just kept teleporting and kept doing skills then.
Now, what's going on? Yeah, crash, confirmed crash. Looks like they're discussing it, but yeah, from last week's announcement, it was made pretty clear that if you do have a disconnect, if you do have a crash, you'll be
It looks like the moderator is asking if Luna 98 would like to do a rematch. So it looks like we will get a rematch. Both players are happy with that, and that is good sportsmanship from Luna right there.
Absolutely.
No,
big applause on that
a lot
one.
of other players, you'll just be like, no, GG, cry outer, etc.
Yeah.
But this player has good sportsmanship.
Absolutely. Congratulations on that one. Very honorable. We're just waiting. I think the MK did not come back yet. It's surprising how many people are here. I love it.
Yeah, the people who tend to watch this event is actually quite a lot. So they have agreed and decided to do a rematch. So this has been interesting.
The window closed all of a sudden. Yeah. So it was a crash. Well, I mean, you know, supposedly.
So what makes this also quite hard for the Gladiator is it's a Magic Knight, which a lot of their skills decrease melee accuracy and obviously the attack speed of their opponent. And that will affect the Gladiator's damage and accuracy on his auto attacks. So when he does run out of mana, his auto attacks are not going to mean that much in this fight.
Yes. But I think gladiators, I mean, they do have a few skills like Tornado Slash, which they tend to use for damage output. But I think that most of the, I'd say, damage output from gladiators come from auto attacks anyways.
Yeah,
However, they do
correct.
use certain skills like, excuse me, I have to look that up, Blood Fury and Berserker to increase their attack speed quite significantly. So if they
Yep,
run
that
out
is
of mana,
correct.
they can use those, but otherwise, when it comes to auto attack, they still do a whole lot of damage, even without mana, without skills.
Yeah, so it looks like we are having the rematch here. And we got Lancer playing a bit tactical here.
Yep.
Just keeping in range, doing a lot of damage output and poke as he goes along. And he's never staying in range of Lunary from being able to auto attack. So Lancer is showing respect to Lunary's potential damage output. So that Lancer's already half HP, so one whole combo from Lunary could actually end that one. Ooh. So one thing I always hate is when they use the I don't know the skill. It's when they use the hand and grab into them, and the CM just teleports away, or the MK in this case just teleports away at the exact same time. It was a
You
bit.
mean, yeah, I don't remember the name, but I know the one that pulls the enemy or the opponent towards you.
Yep. Sorry, Hyzos. Showing the MK's HP. Yep. Celti keeps changing his target of who he's on,
Yeah,
so I
because
have
I'm
to keep
trying to
changing
not
mine
target the
accordingly.
one you're targeting.
Well, I always target mine first.
No, 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 excuse me.
Should be working around me. No, I hope showing the HPs of each players who are in PvP combat makes things easy for you guys to see. It's also quite interesting because from that we can actually see how much HP they got and what sort of builds they've gone. Ooh, very close. Lancer nearly lost then. Oh, that's a win for Lunary.
That is a very well made find, honestly. I think it came down to, in this case, the MK just not having enough damage output.
I mean, you can go with that one, that is true, but a Merc does have a lot of defense, and with the right
Yes.
equipment and essences, they can have a lot of magic resistance as well.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Lunary did have a lot of magic resistance as well as the defense, which does
Actually,
really
I
help in
can
this
check
case.
that real quick. Oh yeah, he has a plus 15 equipment, plus 12, plus 12, so a lot of defense already. Yeah, plus 15 pants, of course. Very, very high spell
Yeah,
resistance or magic resistance.
and that is showing in the PvP, like he was not taking that much damage from the magical attacks.
And have to be careful there not to leave the PvP arena.
So we got Cyclone v Lebugos 457.
Yep.
I probably said that completely wrong, and players are going to laugh at that, but I don't say players' names, you know, I always get them wrong.
I think what the sniper is, that's why I only say the classes. I think that what the sniper is trying to do here is he's trying to play a little bit on timed so that the opponent's light of shield, light of shield, armor of light, sorry, can deplete. However, it's not working out too well this time, as the Saint's damage output is just a little bit too high. And of course, being a priest, he can heal himself up very well.
Absolutely, it makes this one quite difficult. It's like, if you can't do the damage output for your priest when they don't have AOL on, then you don't really have much chance. Because with Armor of Light on, that's when they can just heal and always stay at full HP. And during that PvP, it felt like Cyclone was showing off his two-hand sword, getting a few melee hits in there as well.
Good opportunity to tease
Okay.
then.
It looks like that's the end of the first round completely.
All right.
What are the rankings like?
Give me 1 second and I'll bring it up. Now let me
I like
refresh the page.
For anyone who may not be paying attention to the client right now, to join the second round, you just have to whisper me to Fitona. They're keeping these whispers nice and simple for you guys. But then people who say whisper me makes it sound like you got to whisper me now. So it's a bit, can be a bit confusing in that aspect.
So looks like we have all the results of the first round in, and we have Giiku leading right before Tenopane. He won 4 PvPs, didn't lose a single one, and then we have Tenopane on the second place still with 3 wins. So I haven't seen him participating today, so maybe in the next round. I don't know if he's here.
I don't believe Tenno is here today. No.
Yeah, I haven't seen him either. So that means that Tenopane could potentially lose a few more ranks today. And we still have I1, which was previously, if I remember right, on the second place. He's now on the third place.
Correct. Yet again, he's not here again today.
Yep.
So this does make a difference. Like, you don't have to participate every Sunday, but if you do have that opportunity to gain more points. And a player who can attend every week can drop points on that aspect.
Exactly.
I don't know why I keep saying aspect too much when I'm using it in the wrong case this time.
Don't worry, one day you'll speak as good English as me.
Yeah, my English today is very ape-like.
Can you elaborate on the reason for that?
Let's just say last night was a fun night.
Oh, okay. That's enough, I guess.
That's all you need to know.
Now, give me 1 second. I would like to do something real quick. Excuse me. There we go. And we're back. Right. So we're currently collecting, or the moderators are currently collecting the names for the second round. Seems like we have a few less participants than last week.
I think last week we had 18 participants in total, so I think we do have a couple more this time.
More? Felt like less than 10
so.
matches that we just had, was it?
Did we have 10 matches last week?
Well, I'm pretty sure we have more than today.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I didn't really count all the matches, I'll be honest.
What am I paying
Yeah,
for?
this week there's 18 max according to Nobi. Well, he thinks.
18 max.
18 max.
Right.
Obviously, Nobi's mass isn't that good, so we could be wrong here.
What happens if, or is there any rule that prevents people from giving an auto win?
There isn't really a rule on it. You can get the case of where players could do this, but if you do that, you will most likely get banned from the league for the rest of the season.
Okay.
Or you'll get a ban from the league for a couple of matches. It's just not sportsmanlike. I mean, if you're just going to participate to give the win to someone, then you might as well just not join.
Yeah, of course. Totally agree on that one. I was just wondering if there's any repercussions on this.
There is. So anything that the moderators deem unfair behavior or no, this should not be allowed, they have got the right to ban anyone from the Flow League or restrict their entry from the Flow League.
Okay. Or
So
I guess also take away points.
And, you know, some of the moderators on the team, you know, like you've got Fotona right there. They're very scary people sometimes.
How come?
You don't want to annoy them, trust me.
First-hand
Find
experience.
out the hard way. Yes.
So, it looks like we have the names of the participants for the second round.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wow, Nobi was spot on with 18.
Amazing.
Wow. Okay.
And you were doubting his math skills.
He just got a lucky guess.
And
Oh, a bit of toxinous in the chat.
So we're just waiting for the matches then.
Oh no, it's no longer 18. We're now at like 20, I think. So yeah, maybe he was wrong in the end. His mass
21?
is definitely not good. Yeah.
Wood just joined as well.
See, I told you nobody liked me.
I strongly disagree with this. Start in 3, 2, 1. Now the registrations are closed. Ice, can you roll the eyes? Can you roll the eyes? Can you roll the R on the tip of your tongue?
Roll the R.
Yeah, like R.
I can.
You can't.
No, not really. Why?
No, it's just, you know, I think that's a skill that not everyone has.
No, I clearly don't have that skill.
Can you roll it on your throat?
I think so, but probably would not be a good idea to do it today.
I understand. So looks like we have the first matchup. Wood against Tails. Oh, I can't target Tails. Sorry, Wood is too fast. There you go. 105 Excavator against 105 Priest. Ooh, all the damage that Wood just did was healed from Tails' side.
And this is the thing, like, because Tails has been using Master Recovery lately, and that has got a HP chance of recovering about 9,000 HP or 7,000, which is nearly all the damage output that Wood can do.
That's quite a high healing rate, yeah.
It does have like a 4-second cast time, I think, so there is chances to stop that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely affecting quite easy on this one.
But I think once you do, in fact, break the casting of a skill, it doesn't reset the cooldown. Or sorry, it doesn't count into the cooldown, so the cooldown is reset to 0. Right. Kind of looks evenly, although Wood is losing a lot of MP, whilst Tails is still perfectly fine on his MP and HP.
You've also got to note, Tails has no Armor of Light right now.
Yeah.
So he's keeping his HP this high without Armor of Light. And now he's just got Armor of Light back on. So Wood's just lost all his mana, and Tails is still looking very healthy and very solid to win this one.
But that's the thing here. Tails doesn't even really need to attack a whole lot, because whilst he's healing himself and Wood is attacking him, the damage reflection of... Now let me have a peek real quick. Thorn Shield will actually reflect a high amount of the damage that that Wood does back to himself. So while Tails is just healing himself and Wood is attacking, Wood is at the same time inflicting damage to himself.
Absolutely. And with Tails having 36k HP, it's kind of going to be interesting to know how much MP Tails has. Because it looks, from my point of view, it has around 15k, 17k MP as well. Which is quite a lot.
And looks like the match is still continuing. Crazy.
Yeah, you got to be careful because each match only has a 5 minutes time limit. If it's not on within 5 limits, it's a draw.
Yeah.
You got a very good answer from how much MP Tails has.
I honestly think it's more than 15k. It looks like more like 20 to 25k perhaps.
Jesus. That's a scary priest.
It is indeed.
Looks like Wood will lose this one.
Yep.
And we can actually check Tails' armor right now. Maybe we can see if it's essences maybe he's got on, which is increasing his mana.
He does have essences. However, I cannot immediately spot which ones those are. He does have Cerberus essences that I can see, and I think that's a Derorantula essence as well. And then we have, I'm not sure, are those the male Zerg essences? And the other one I cannot identify right now.
Oh,
that's Rashif.
Rashif.
Thank you. Oh yeah, sorry. I actually, yeah. Okay, thank you very much. looks like we already have the next matchup, which is, let's see, an Excavator versus a Sniper. Okay, who are you rooting for, Ice?
Well, as Sniper is my main class, of course I'm rooting the Sniper.
As Excavator is my main class, I think that speaks for itself.
Oh god, typical Excavator player.
Oh, no, it's actually the Sniper versus a Priest. So it looks like the Excavator back there is a bit lost.
Well, there we go.
Hello, Sir Andrello. How are you doing today? Right, so we have Soul Hunter versus Darugis. Hope I pronounced that right. I think we did have a Priest versus Sniper matchup.
We did. It was going to be the case of the Sniper in this case has to try to buy time, wait for the Armor of Light to run out, and then just do as much damage output as they can. And if the Priest can survive it and heal it back up, that's when you know you've lost. So in this case, the Sniper's just going to try to buy time, doing a lot of moving shots, a lot of aiming shots, burst shots, net launches. Waiting for that Armor of Light to run out would be the main tactic here.
Yeah, but given that the PvP circle has only a limited area and he's running back and forth, that always gives Soul Hunter the opportunity to hit his opponent. And whilst he, as a Priest, has easy time to heal himself, of course, the Sniper has no chance of doing that. Good afternoon, Achim.
It's technically evening now. Okay, so we're getting to that stage where the Armor of Light has run out. So now it's just going to be all down to like, is the damage output going to be enough?
Ooh, yeah, that's when he uses his sniping and all his damage skills.
Yeah, so we got sniping, frame smash, spear shot would be the main ones. Net launching, trying to run away and recover his HP and MP again. But you can tell the Priest looks relatively healthy. A few heals and they've just got all their HP back. And they're still looking very strong on MP. Snipers run away really far in order to regen their HP again. Or they're doing a timeout, looks like.
I'm not quite sure.
No.
Yeah. And that was a win for Soul Hunter.
I don't know if they were purposely trying to get a ring out, or if they were actually trying to just get far enough, recover HP, and then quickly get back in.
I mean, you do see a timer once you're out of the PvP area.
You do. You get a really fancy white text that says 10, or get back into the arena.
Yeah.
Cool. So we got God Thunder W. I think this is another Excavator. Yeah, Excavator Sniper matchup. So now we got our Excavator Sniper matchup.
Right, there we go. I am targeting God Thunder.
It's as if we read the future.
Again, I'm rooting for the Excavator.
I feel like Crimson Dust does play a huge impact on this one. It's if you can time your Crimson Dust correctly, a lot of the Sniper's damage output could be their own doom or their own demise.
Yeah, and I think when it comes to Explorer versus Explorer, what happens oftentimes is they will try to stun each other as quickly as possible.
Well, that's pretty much what it ends up being. It ends up being like stuns, damage over time effects, and then just doing your damage as much as you can. But you'll notice in a lot of Explorer matchups, it is all about mind games. It's just stuns, some damage over time, and you're just being patient with your key skills.
I'm not quite sure what happened there and then.
So they were killing themselves to another player to remove any buffs that weren't theirs. So all buffs will be removed and they can rebuff themselves with just their buffs.
I see.
Because some people do buff other people. It can be done accidentally, it can be done purposely, but we have got ways to stop that now.
Yeah.
Well, players have got a way to stop that. Clever players.
Good afternoon, Joe. Good evening, Joe. Right, seems like a few people are dying on purpose to get rid of their buffs.
Yep. Got to know, the most annoying thing is when someone uses a pet skill to buff someone, and everyone is buffed.
And
So
the
there we
PvP
go.
has started.
We got the sniping straight away, followed by the Crimson Dust, but it looks like the sniping missed.
Yes, it did.
Which is quite interesting, because usually an Explorer is meant to have quite a lot of hit and avoidance as well. I mean, for a sniping to miss, that's pretty huge damage not to be brought into this. But already, God Thunder W is running low on mana, whilst the sniper is looking quite strong and healthy.
Yeah, but that's when the sniper really could turn around. Now that he doesn't have mana anymore, he can also not use Crimson Dust anymore. And really, an Explorer is very dependent on his mana to have a damage output. But there comes another miss from the sniping. Very unlucky.
That was the full combo, and nearly all of it missed.
Yeah. Very unlucky indeed. So it seems like even with only auto attacks, God Thunder will have the opportunity to win this one. Now there comes a burst shot, and the sniper is using this time to regenerate. However, that gives God Thunder the opportunity to have a little bit more mana, which he uses for some stunts. And now it comes down to auto attacks again. However, he does have the... that was the Gunkata, exactly. He did get the Gunkata out, which has a lot of damage over time effect.
Yeah, I think in total it's like 3,600 damage over time, which is like 400 damage in 20 seconds. So every 2 seconds or so, or 3, I don't know. But it's a lot of damage over time.
And the sniper is using the time every now and then to regenerate, especially when he hits the burst shot. He's playing quite tactically. So now we see almost an even amount of HP, but there comes the damage output with shooting Nova and the stuns, and okay, it's not over yet.
I mean,
no,
in this
first
case,
shot
I'll
missed.
be like, yeah, there we go. So what won that one was basically all the hits missed. I mean, the sniper was missing a lot of their skills, so it looks like the Exca had a lot more dex and a lot more avoid in this case.
Yeah.
And that made the end of the win. Because if you can't hit anything, then you're clearly not going to win.
I mean, even if with Crimson Dust on himself, if he uses sniping and he hits the Excavator will have a hard time, because sniping does a lot of damage.
Exactly. Cool. So we got the next PvP match. We got Mace V Noob.
Yeah.
Nobi is completely fine with them keeping the buff.
Yeah, with the 42 extra avoidance rate. Hope he's not going to regret that one. Ooh, Excavator versus Excavator. Now, who are you targeting? Can't really see it.
Oh, it looks like they were matched by mistake.
Oh.
So it looks like they weren't meant to enter. So Nobi would get an auto win unless there's someone else who can challenge against him. Oh, it looks like Willabahulu wants to PvP. Oh no, it looks like they are doing the PvP.
No, I think they're letting Mace die to get rid of the buff.
Yeah, this looks like to be an auto win from the looks of it. No, they literally just did their PvP and got the auto win. I mean, these things can happen, but it looks like someone entered by mistake without wanting to enter.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, didn't end up being a good PvP at all.
Yeah.
In this case, it's harder to just randomly swap someone out, because with the way the website's built, you would have to redo the entire round essentially to do that. So you can unfortunately just substitute players or swap them out in this case, which is the main reason they could not do that or do that at all.
So
Okay, let's
now, do we have the next matchup?
Yeah, we've got Jose 15X v I Need Love. So
Uh,
I Need Love is losing the pet buff that he's got given by trying to kill himself against Rebecca. So this is going to be a typical gladiator v sniper.
yep.
I think back in the day of Old Flow, it was always sniper v gladiator as like the really fun matchups.
How so?
Well, back in the day, it was always the case of the snipers could win it, but they would have to do like a lot of running around and movements and stuns and slows. And the gladiator could easily win by just getting hold of the sniper.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of those very traditional matchups you'll see back in the past because everyone was always gladiator and sniper. Surprisingly, not many people went noble to start with, and then noble just became everyone's class.
Yeah, I remember that time. Yeah. However, I do know that the matchup Excavator versus Gladiator is kind of the same. A lot of running around, a lot of Crimson Dust, especially the main skill against the Gladiator.
But look at that damage output.
Yeah.
So the thing of the gladiator, they've already lost half their MP bar, but the damage output of Tornado Slash and like all their main abilities is quite strong. They have got two very useful stuns too. One that doesn't actually miss. The stun may not apply, but one of their skills, I think it's Shield Bash, doesn't actually miss. But it looks like there's a bug, according to Jose. Already we saw the sniping and the frame smash come out, but the damage is just not there. This looks to be a very comfortable win for the Gladiator.
However, there seems to be something wrong because Jose was not really attacking that much.
Yeah.
And then he mentioned a bug, but I do not know what exactly it will be. And Shadow just mentioned Bergroon just finished with the PvP link for today.
Yeah. If you just say bug though, then there's no way anyone's going to know what the bug is. Is it you can't see anyone? What is the bug? Because in some situations, if the bug is preventing you from actually being able to PvP, then there is the chance that it could be remade. But in this case, there wasn't any information about it. So the win does go over to I Need Love. Which is a good name, by the way. I Need Love too.
I love this name, honestly.
I do too. Snotty, will you love me? Because I need love.
No, I don't have enough to spare, to be honest.
Oh. Whatever. So we've got the next matchup. Two Shamans. What do you think of the Shaman matchups? Like, two Shamans going against each other. Do you think it's all down to, again, how you play the skills? Or
I think when they're the same level, perhaps it just comes down to who has the higher equipment. As in who has the higher auto attack damage output. Because a lot of Shamans, I think they go for a mixture between dexterity and HP build. Correct me if I'm wrong. And so, well, sorry, not dexterity, but I think wisdom and HP.
correct. A lot of Shamans usually go 100 odd dex, and then they split the rest of their points in Con and Wiz. But that's only if they need some sort of magic hit. You'll see some Shamans who've got really good gloves and good essences who will probably just go HP and Wiz.
Yeah, because I think dexterity does not scale very well on Shamans or altogether on Saints. So I think they tend to focus less on that one. And
I think if I remember rightly, dexterity on Saints is the second highest dex benefits. Noble being first, and then it being Saint, then
do something real quick. Sorry, I needed to turn that off.
Okay. It looks like in the end we did have the winner. Who I've just lost the name. I think it was Natu. So this time we have got Vinkoof versus Kiki Amiga.
You're changing again.
Sorry?
Nothing. You were changing the target again. Oh, look at that damage output. It's non-existent. The Shaman just doesn't care at all. It's crazy. It's just gonna be a game of catching up to the Court Magician.
You're purposely saying that name just
Absolutely
to trigger
not.
me,
No,
aren't you?
no,
You're
no,
just trying
no,
to trigger me.
no, 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 no. I just learned how to spell it properly.
Spell it properly or say it properly?
Say it properly. You
Sorry.
know.
Okay, looks like Kiki has run out of mana, and Kiki is a full whiz CM. But already you can see he's getting his MP very quickly. I believe Giiku has still got Armor of Light on, but it's just run out now. So the next combo... Oh no, corrected. They have got Dex as well. I mean, it's very hard because we can't actually see the MP of a player. But
Yeah.
it's interesting he's got Dex instead of like Intelligence maybe. So clearly they like that avoidant trait as well as the hit.
And there's
But
the win for Kiki Omega.
Yeah.
I would
I
have
love the start
honestly
of that name.
expected.
I love the start of that name.
Kiki?
Kiki.
Why?
It just sounds nice.
Kiki.
Unlike Celti, you know, Kiki, Celti. Kiki sounds nice. Just saying. There we go. Yep, Saints get approximately 2 avoid per dex point. That is correct. So Saints get, if I'm right, you get 2, then 2, and then you get 1. So they get 5 in total. Not like per level up, but every 3 points. But yeah, Saints do benefit from dex.
They do. We're having a gladiator versus a court magician.
Oh, there we go. You didn't say it with the accent this time.
I just wasn't sure if it's a court magician or a magic knight.
Well, there's a really easy way to find out if it's a court magician or a magic knight. If you look at the avatar, right? If you look at the avatar, a court magician looks like what's the word?
It's a court magician. Yes.
Court magician looks like a possessed human, and then the magic knight just looks like, you know, a very nice-looking female. It's the best way to describe it.
Oh Lord, look at that HP. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
That HP just went straight down. Oh, they're still surviving at that 500 HP though.
The gladiator just doesn't care.
Yeah, this is what makes gladiators really strong contenders though. It's like they've got the survivability, and if they can get close enough to their target, they have got the damage output.
And looks like he's just playing a little bit here.
It looks like it. I mean, I don't know if he's playing fully. I think he was waiting for his cooldowns to come back up.
No reason to. He could just have done auto hits.
So that Lincoln is trying to get some MP back. As the court magicians, as Wiz, rely on the MP a lot for protection of mana. I do hate this teleport skill. It makes it very easy for me to lose target of the character.
Ooh,
got the face second
yeah.
That will allow enough time for Lincoln to get probably full HP and MP from this.
Well, I mean, however, Lonery has full HP again. He's just low on mana, but he has a very high survivability, with his high defense. So it'll be interesting to see if Lincoln can do anything about it.
Yeah, and this is different from the last season. We didn't have many mercs that participated last season. But this season, already we're starting to see a few gladiators just actually making a bit of a dominating display here in some of the PvP matches.
Do you think that's going to affect the future of Florensia a little bit, where a lot of people that are very focused on playing magic classes are going to switch to gladiators?
I don't think they'll switch. Obviously, essences allow a lot more stat diversibilities now, and with the class balances that we're planning to do in the future, I reckon it's just going to even out a lot of the classes. So maybe players will not feel like they're forced to play certain classes, and they can actually play the classes they really enjoy. I mean, that would be the end goal. Well, you know, the really good dream. So if you claim my notifications, someone's spamming me.
Look at that. So there's another lure of Incubus, which will allow Lincoln for another for another combo. And I mean, the Gladiator is almost halfway down. Now he regenerated a little bit, but I mean, slowly it's turning around.
But just as a note, there's only 30 seconds left for this PvP until it ends in a draw.
Okay.
So this does mean that one or the other has to go all out, or it's just going to be a draw. Lincoln can't afford to get caught, but they've got the mana now, so they may just be willing to go ham and do all the damage output they can. But that was interesting. They just missed a fireball. Didn't really see gladiators have missed attacks against them.
And it's the very high damage output. However, yeah, the 5 minutes are over, so it's a draw. Do you think?
There was. Sorry, carry on.
Do you think with a little bit more time they would have, Lincoln would have had the ability to win?
It was looking like that. It was looking in the end Lincoln would win. I mean, they had the skills in order to recover the HP and MP. They had the time in order to get all their skills back up and do the damage output. But in this case, Lunary played it really well. There was a couple of times when he caught Lincoln's teleport, which really helped him get the damage output down, and it nearly put Lincoln into the losing seat. But I would never have guessed, if you had asked me, would I have thought that this match would end in a draw? I would never have thought that.
I mean, in this case, it just seems like Protection of Mana really did its job, honestly.
It did, and as you're full wisdom, when you're sitting and recovering, that MP regen you're getting is insane.
Yeah, but then also Lincoln was playing on time a little bit, as in teleporting around a whole lot, and I don't know what happened initially. They weren't really doing anything, as in doing a whole lot of damage, but then suddenly the damage started rolling in.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, do we have the next matchup?
Yeah, it's a Cyclone v Lance Arena.
Cyclone.
I don't see a Cyclone, so
yeah,
I chose
me
that.
neither. However, I do remember this name from the first round.
Yeah, I believe that was the Priest, if I remember rightly.
Perhaps.
He seems to be AFK.
Yeah. Or not even here, I don't know.
I mean, if he is the AFK, he may have the potential opportunity to wait until the end of the round if he isn't around. Depending if there's any more matches after this one. There we go. So they're deciding to postpone this match for now, and they'll come back to that one a bit later. So we've got Rebecca v Seva, or Seva.
By the way, I have to say, Rebecca, beautiful, beautiful game with the name Rebecca and Excavator. Beautiful. I love it.
What about if you just called it Reb-Exca? Just to trigger them.
Reb-Exca.
Reb-Exca. I'm just going to trigger them by calling them Reb-Exca.
I never specified a gender.
Who knows?
No, it's just because Nobi was correcting me.
He likes correcting people.
He does, doesn't he?
Most of the time he is incorrect though. Could you get a target on, please?
Yes.
I don't know which one you want to pick.
I have a Siva.
Okay, there we go. So just like Rebecca is losing this one, that's a massive load of damage output. And that was just the full combo of Siva, so they'll have another combo to do a lot of damage output. And most players would usually change their outfits in order to get HP recovery ones. I can't currently see if they are, but I think they know that they've lost this one.
Yeah. It just said next match.
It looks like we have got some disputes from the moderators who are basically saying they're not taking this seriously.
I mean, I don't know if it's the same on your end, but it seems like for me, Rebecca is not having any equipment on.
Yeah, the same for me. So this is what happens is like they basically gave a free win. They even said they will give a free win. And as I talked about this earlier, there is the potential opportunity the moderators will just say, no, this isn't allowed. We don't allow this sort of behavior, and you will not be able to participate next week or for any of the future ones. Right now, they're being quite nice. They're actually saying, please don't do this again. And they're giving that a draw because in the end of the day, it's not fair for someone to give a free win to someone.
I mean, it's also just not sportsmanlike towards the other player, if you ask me.
It's not, no.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't want to enter to PvP, then just watch. There's nothing wrong with just watching on the side.
We having the next match already?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Aizen v Lance Arena.
Yes, sir. Okay.
And it looks like Aizen got the burst shot combo and then he got his damage off first. And that nearly killed Lance Arena. Lance Arena has got the Shade of Fear and is doing damage output now, but hardly any of the damage is coming out.
So this was a case of a lot of missed hits. And now both, I mean, Lance Arena is regenerating, and Aizen, of course, has the time to regenerate as well, even though he's standing, but he can regenerate HP. Now, I'm not quite sure. If you have Lure of Incubus, we talked about it a little bit earlier, that whilst in fight, in combat, you will not regenerate as much HP. But I think if you have Lure of Incubus, and you're just standing there, you will get the out-of-combat HP regeneration bonus while standing. Am I right?
Yeah, you are correct. That's why a lot of players change their outfits of what they're wearing to HP regen items in order to try to get that HP back. I don't know who you're targeting for this one.
I am targeting Lance Arena.
You're targeting Lance Arena?
Yeah.
That looks like an Aizen. Oh, there you go. That's better.
What?
Looks
yeah,
like
I
in
know.
the
I
end,
was a bit confused.
It looks like Aizen won that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was oh, yep. So that he did win that one. I got confused by the chat.
He did, yes. And we still have the issue that Cyclone is not online, so Lancer automatically wins this round.
There we go. Yet again, we have got someone advertising a website. So anyone who does not know about the Flow League website, there's a very friendly looking saint here who is advertising that. I still think his name is not very correct, but yeah.
Flandria info.
Yeah, it's, do you know that website? It's the one which should have a light mode.
Yeah,
Was it?
yeah. I mean, I've actually made the light mode last week. I'm still working on it. Yeah, I'm still working on it, but I think by next Sunday I will have it done and I can show it on stream.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So therefore, it'll be your version.
Exactly, yeah. Exclusive to me, yeah.
We'll have no need for Flandria info anymore.
Yeah. I mean, no, because I made it only locally. It only changed the style sheet. It doesn't actually, you know, I don't have the actual website.
Oh,
but you know, that'll be perhaps that'll be the next step.
Potentially. So they're collecting their entrance for the third round. So that was the end of the second round. If you want to show the rankings,
yes, sir. Let me just refresh real quick. Oh, Kiki Omega on the first place with 4 wins and 1 loss. Closely followed by Tenopane, who I still haven't seen today.
No, it looks like they're not on today.
Yeah.
And this does happen. There's days where some people can't make it and some people actually are busy. But you're not entitled to participate every single Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And it just means, you know, when Tenno is back and does participate, those people who got higher points than him, he could potentially win more points from those people.
And he is a very strong opponent. I remember that from last week.
He is, yes.
I was just surprised to see him still being on the second place. So we have Tenopane still in the second place, followed by I1, who is still in the third place.
So what you've got to remember is, as well as these matchups, there's a few people who go against level 100s, for example, or players who've only got 900 points. Obviously, if they're against people with 900 points and they got, let's say, 1060, they're not going to win as many points as you would against someone with the same MMR as you.
Yeah, yeah.
So that can also impact how many points someone wins as well.
Now, one thing I see is Aizen is having 1,065 points, so which is very close to the 1,069 points from Aizen. So he could potentially grab 1, maybe even 2 spots if he
Yeah,
wins the
absolutely.
next
Like,
round.
it all comes down to like who their matchups are against and if they win them or lose them. And based on that, the rankings could change massively. Okay, so it looks like we've got a few new faces entering the next round. We've got Terremoto entering. We've got BMG 555 entering. Two new names who I don't think were participating before.
Yeah. Still collecting names, great. It's quite interesting though. I'm loving it. You know, makes me perhaps want to join the PvP League too.
Well, wait a minute. Weren't you the person who said you could beat everyone?
Yeah, but you know, I mean, I gotta show it.
If you just whisper one of the moderators just what they said, you can join.
Oh yeah, no, I can today.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, because I'm moderating. You know, like.
Oh, you're moderating.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, like if you go on twitch.tv/Giiku Games, you can
I'm
see.
not. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's you?
We're live, right? Yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought it was someone else.
No, that's me. And also, there's a big problem, which is I don't have a character on Lux Planner.
Wow. You don't have a character.
I'm a Bergrun player, yes, sir.
Well, that explains everything.
So I think up until the third season of PvP League, I will have a character ready, perhaps.
Oh?
Do we already have the first matchup?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we've got
do.
Tails key. I am highlighting Tails.
Okay. That's
So we got the
Court
priest.
Magician. Yeah, sorry.
We got the priest who does not know how to die. Well, very good at not dying. And then we've got Kiki, who is the Wiz and Dex CM. So there's very little chance Kiki is going to miss any of his skills. And in this case, Kiki's just trying to buy time, get some damage over time effects down, wait for the AOL to run out. This is the standard thing that you'll see a lot of people do. You get the Shade, you get the Wrath of Earth, you get the Fire Pole, you get some Fireballs out, you get the Ice Ball out, you get the Ice Blast out. There's too many skills to name now. Sleeping the Poor Priest.
And that'll buy him enough time to let Armor of Light run out.
Exactly that. I don't think Kiki will wait too long. He's just only going to wait until he's got his cooldowns up, because he doesn't want Tails to recover too much HP.
Yeah.
Here we go, we're getting the full combo now. And the damage over time effects will really hurt as well. So even if they do survive this onslaught of damage, the damage over time effects will probably burn the last HP away.
He could get 1 or 2 heals out. There you go.
Ooh.
He's now recovering.
Change the point. Oh, he's got the AOL again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interrupted the master recovery. Those pesky trees getting in my way. But in the end, this Tails cannot recover enough HP. Kiki just keeps CCing him.
And there comes the Lure of Incubus, which gives Kiki another chance to recover his MP and HP. Very smart move. Yeah, in the end, it looks like Kiki will not have enough time will not have enough HP to survive the next combo. Yeah,
absolutely. But it's like Tails did survive 2 whole combos, which not many players do.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Very good, good endurance from the priest, showing how powerful a small guy can be. Tankier than a gladiator, right?
Not quite as tanky, but I think still very tanky. And look, he survived the 3rd round even.
What?
Yeah.
And this is like everyone needs to get this guy on his team. This is like the most tankiest priest in the game. What?
This is madness.
They're running out of MP now, and they can get the master recovery out yet again.
It's gonna be interesting to see if
Can
that's
they
enough damage
score?
now.
Can they survive a fourth one? Clear. No, they can. There we go.
All right.
Wow,
Very good fight.
Took 4 combos in order to beat the priest. That's one tanky priest.
Very impressive that round. Wow.
Okay, so we got Lance Arena PP, we got Thunder W next.
So we have an Excavator against a... Oh god, Magic Knight. There you go.
Or a Court Knight.
A Court Knight, sure. I remember that one. Now I think Godmother is trying to deplete Lance Arena's shield, which he just did, and he goes for a very smart move and uses Crimson Dust, which, funnily enough, while Lance Arena is recovering HP with Vampiric Touch, it'll do as much damage back, so she doesn't really have the chance to recover any HP, but the Crimson Dust run out, she goes for her combo, which is Fire Pole, Vampiric Touch, and... Oh god, what was that again?
Oh, come on, you got this.
Wait. Phantom Grief. Phantom Grief. There you go. Combo runs out. I don't know. Lord perhaps missed. Oh, now a little bit of teleporting back and forth. And God Thunder is trying to stun her. But Lance Arena doesn't really care. He misses a lot of shots. Here comes the next combo. Fire Pole. Vampiric Touch. And it looks like this match is over. Yeah, another Phantom Grief, another Vampiric Touch. And was that a win?
It was a win,
Yeah.
yes.
Lance Arena wins. Great.
The funny thing is, if like the MK does their full combo, it's a 7 to 8 hit combo. So that'll be good fun of saying all the skills that are being used, right? So looks like we've got BMG 555, the Arlequina next. So we got a Shaman versus an Excavator.
Oh.
But it looks like the Shaman wants to die as they got a buff that is not actually theirs. So I think they're going to try to remove that buff first before we get in start. Before we start. It's a lot of activity in general chat.
Now, which one was the Shaman that is participating in this match?
Arlequina.
Arlequina.
So
Yeah,
right now
nice.
they're trying to lose the buffs that they've got.
Yeah, which is the hit chain buff. Doesn't really affect a...
You may not think that, but 16 hit rate can make a big difference.
Does it affect magic hitting though?
Doesn't say 16 accuracy rate of targets.
Yeah.
Does it affect magic?
I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
I mean, we'll need someone to confirm that first, probably. I honestly have no idea. I would assume it would, because it just says accuracy, and that would be everything, right?
I will try and figure that one out until next week.
That is your homework. It doesn't increase magic hits. There we go. One of our viewers just tried it on themselves.
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So technically, it would have made no difference.
Right, we're waiting for the regen now. Then we'll have a 105 Shaman versus a 105 Excavator. I think we had that before, didn't we? We had a Sniper, we had an Excavator fighting against a Shaman.
Yeah, we did, and both of them ended with the Shaman winning.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see.
You're going to call him Shaman, and I'm going to call it Shaman, and I'm probably saying it wrong. Like, I have the habit of just saying things like a bit posh at times. Okay, so we're off. BMG getting all the stuns, the damage over times, and the Crimson. The reason he has Crimson and Gas Bomb on at the same time is so the Shaman can't just cure them both. I think if they use the cure, it would only get rid of the Gas Bomb first, not the Crimson.
Very smart move.
Yeah, it was one of the big things to counter antidotes and cures back in the day as well. A lot of people would have to use Gas Bomb and Crimson at the same time. Because the cure only gets rid of the last damage over time effect, or the last thing happening at the same time.
But it looks like the Shaman does have a bit more damage output, especially with the Touch of Death. And there we go. Very healthy win for Lakina.
Yeah, that was BMG trying his hardest to get the stuns and the damage over time effects off, but it's just not enough. The Shaman has the armor of light, they have the heals, and they have the damage. Okay, we got Siva v Labugos. I can never say that name. I should stop trying.
Now,
Oh, it looks like there's a little warning at the start that if this is a troll match, it will be counted as a draw. Seems to be some disputes. Well, it's a shame this sort of behavior does happen at times. Okay, I think they're doing the PvP, but that was just a one shot, and yeah, they didn't actually take this PvP seriously. Another player who decides to do that.
all right. Excuse me, I am currently just a little bit absent. So, Iceflux, if you could just take over real quick.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about loads of mean things about Celti whilst he's not here. Anyone got anything to say about Celti? Do you all love Celti? What we got for the next match? I actually didn't know. Lincoln v I Need Love. So it looks like I'm going to have to show both HP bars at the same time somehow. Another typical Gladiator v Court Magician matchup. And what we've noticed in the past is the Gladiators are pretty tanky and they can actually endure the hits that are given to them. And what we noticed in the last fight is the Mercenary nearly did the damage output in order to one-shot the CM nearly. So it'd be interesting to see how this one turns out. Still a lot of HP though. That whole combo only did 15k damage. And we are getting the full combo again. Fire Power to Wrath of Earth. Ice Ball. Fireball. A Lightning Shock at the same time with a Protection of Mana to get the MP back.
Thank you very much, I'm back.
You're cutting my announcements there.
I am very sorry.
That's fine. Could you please click a character?
I have!
Well, what we've noticed as you're back is the Gladiator is enduring the hits, but they haven't yet been able to catch Lincoln until just now. So you are getting some damage out there, we are getting the stuns. But I think this combo will be enough to beat the Gladiator.
Even with as little mana as Lincoln right now has, they still have enough to bring out an entire combo, and that was just enough for I Need Love to die on this one.
Absolutely, and I feel that Lincoln was bullying the player, but you know, I mean, the guy needs some love, you know. Why are you also trying to ruin their PvP career? Just give the guy love.
I think this was the first match we saw a Gladiator die.
Yeah, and this is going to be a very interesting matchup coming here. A Gladiator v a Guardian Swordsman. The battle of the mercenaries, and this is going to be a lot of water attack wars. Who's got the most defense?
You know, I think the GS perhaps has a little advantage with his passive skill of, I don't know the name right now, that he can crit.
Yeah, but impact energy, I think.
Oh,
but
God.
The issue of this is that if they use Shield Mash, they can just regain their HP again. So this could actually be a never-ending PvP.
I think this is going to be a time over. Look, no one's doing damage. I mean, the Gladiator is doing a bit of damage, but this is just not going anywhere.
They're just all using Cross Slash. Is it Cross Edge? I always get this wrong. Yep, Cross Edge to decrease the attack speed. And they're doing some damage over time, but it's not a huge effect. one thing to note is the Guardian Swordsman does have a plus 15 top as well. So the defense is there.
Oh god, I love it.
So yeah, guys, I think we'll see you next week, and this PvP could still be going on.
Fantastic.
I mean, this is exciting. Two really defensive players just whacking each other with swords. I have to admit, I do love the criticals though.
Yeah.
They just get sent flying like, oh, that was such a strong hit, but you only did 20 damage.
This is amazing. I would love for the GS to just turn on his absolute defense.
I actually only just realised that's without absolute defense.
Yes.
Holy wow.
I would love for him to turn that on.
Damage output of absolute defense on would be very minimal.
I mean, he doesn't really need the mana anyways.
He doesn't, but you know, like, Lunu's run out of mana completely, and I think.
Oh, there comes
got
the
that
absolute defense.
What you're doing now, you've got an angry Guardian Swordsman with a huge shield running at your face. That's what I would do too. Run away. I don't want to get hit by that angry GS.
Oh, absolute defense is off now. I think with absolute defense, that'd be maybe like 1 damage, 2, 3, perhaps.
It's like this will end up being a draw.
Yeah. 1 damage auto attack range.
I mean, that is just huge damage.
You know, given that he only has 47,356 HP, I mean, that's only 47,356 damage hits.
Yeah, and you know, the HP is still really high, so this is definitely going to end in a draw probably. I hope one of the moderators has been keeping track of the time of this PvP. I have no idea how much time has actually passed.
Yeah, that's one thing that I'm sorry I forgot for this week. I was planning to implement a PvP counter, or sorry, PvP time counter, and I totally forgot about that one. So that'll be in next week definitely. I'm sorry for that. Oh, I haven't seen such a fun fight in a long time. Like absolutely, this is hilarious.
Absolutely. I mean, as one of the viewers just said on the chat, this is a Metapod fight. I don't know if you know Metapod, the Pokemon.
No.
Basically, those two Pokemon, they only know the move Harden, which is basically increasing their defense every single time.
Okay.
So you just get 2 Metapods, you've got stupidly high defense, just like, we have a defense match off. And yeah, it's just a never-ending one until they struggle. 60 seconds left. The exclamation point, like, come on guys, can someone win this one? Don't know, we've now got Willy Buhudo whacking people with a finger. He's just like, yeah, your sword does nothing on me, but my finger does more damage to you. OP finger.
I mean, if they were playing serious, as in stunning and then regenerating, this match could go on forever, quite literally.
It could do. I mean, it could be even longer than it takes to defeat Humbert. There we go, it's a draw. I mean, yeah. Who didn't see that one coming? Did you see that one coming?
I'm surprised.
I would never have guessed it.
No, never. You know, I'd say they just continue their PvP on the corner of the map, and once today's league is over, we're just gonna see how it looks like.
Ludovi's just like, I refuse to lose this. I don't care if it's a draw. Which one of them will be the men and actually surrender?
Right, looks like we have next matchup, which is 105 Excavator Nobi versus 105 Priest Terremoto.
Correct, so this one could be an interesting one. Got the Armor of Light straight out. And we've got Nobi just doing some stuns and damage over time effects, getting the gas bomb, the gun cutter, and the poison belt out. Terremoto getting back with the Curse of Leaf and the light transaction, I think it's called. My skills are incorrect today.
Light transaction.
That just
can't help you right now.
No, I'm probably completely wrong. But Terremoto is taking a lot of damage from the damage over time effects.
Yeah, that surprisingly much, yeah.
But he does have a lot of mana. He can heal himself at any time.
Looks
and
like
what
he's still on backs, yeah.
is Nobi using Burst Shot, quickly sitting down to regain some HP back, trying to stay healthy for this fight. And you're just continuously using damage over time effects, waiting for the Armor of Light to run out in order to do your most damaging moves. That's why you haven't seen any shooting Novas yet.
Yeah, however, Terremoto is healing up himself again, and Nobi is not looking too good with his HP, and his mana is also halfway down, while Terremoto still has a whole lot of mana, and we know, for a Saint, mana also translates into HP.
Absolutely. Armor of Light is out though. Nobi trying to keep his HP high. Terremoto is running dangerously low on HP, but he doesn't want to give Nobi time to regain his HP back. So this could be quite a close one. Terremoto is now running out of mana quite a lot now. His HP is whittling down from the DPS. And it looks like
my
Nobi
God.
will take the win.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I'm surprised too. I didn't think Nobi could beat anyone.
I'm surprised an Excavator won against the Saint, honestly. Wow.
Yeah, so what happened there was all that damage over time effects, they were just always implemented to continuously reduce the priest's HP. And the priest would have to make the decision, do I just heal my HP back up, or do I keep attacking the Excavator? Because the Excavator is more than willing to just sit down and regain their HP back up.
Yeah. And we have a Magic Knight against a Shaman. Am I seeing that right?
Yes, you are. So we've got the MK getting the first hit, getting the combo out.
And then comes the Lure of Incubus, which, you know, gives both sides the opportunity to regen a little bit. And looks like Nabu doesn't have Armor of Light on. So this next combo from Sanji could actually mean his demise.
Now, the interesting thing is, why didn't he have Armor of Light on? Did he just forget to cast it in time?
That's the only thing I can imagine, yeah.
Was he purposely holding off from the Armor of Light? Is he waiting purposely for this entire combo to be done first? Will he actually make it past this combo? That is the question.
And there comes the win for the MK.
Yep, so...
There is the Armor of Light now.
The Armor of Light protects me. It's too late. I can't protect you. Okay. You can't protect me. We have got the Twitch chat. Got Akim saying that we're doing a really good format. Yep, I completely agree.
Yeah.
That we will definitely do a burst stream at some point. I think we do want to do a burst side at some point.
Absolutely. The question is just how, because both leagues or both servers are having the matches at the same time. So this is something we'd have to look into how we would be able to make that happen.
I think we could probably just do 1 week Lux, 1 week Burr. You know, we want to make sure that we get both sides because each side is slightly different. Different metas, different people who play, and different tactics. And yeah, as the chat has just said, big shout out to the moderators in game as well. So our PvP league is consisting of entirely of players, and they take their time out to help organize this event. This event would not be possible at any of those moderators. So it's really cool that they're doing this, and they're really, really doing such a good job.
And they're all doing it in their free time as well, yeah. That's
exactly.
Great.
So during that, we did have a couple of other matches that were happening. We did have Aizen v BMG, and it looks like Aizen just won that one. So if we're planning to do this invitation, does this mean next week would be the burst stream?
I mean, obviously, we would have to talk with the moderator team, see if they agree to that. But if they agree to that, then I don't see why not.
Absolutely. And it looks like we have come to the end of round 3, which is the final round of today.
Yeah. Although I think there's one more match coming on.
Well,
No,
they just said
no,
that's the end.
yeah, that's
So
the
I don't
end.
think
So
there
that's
is.
the end of week number 2 in season 2 of the PvP League. Now let's have a look at the. Whoops, that's the wrong one. That's what I wanted. So first place we have Kiki Omega with 5 wins and 1 loss. Not bad, not bad. 1,095 points, closely followed by Aizen, who had a great performance today, with 5 wins and 1 loss as well, 1,083 points. And Tenopane, who wasn't here even today, but only lost 2 spots on the ranking and is now on the 3rd rank with 1,072 points, still with his 3 wins, 0 losses. So it'll be interesting to see what happens if he comes back next week and see if he's able to regain his position number 1.
Yeah, that'd be exciting to see.
Right. Will there be something like a 3 versus 3 or the other team fight a tournament with the next season? You know, I'd love to see a party PvP or something similar, but that's all up to the moderator team, of course. Right, and
Yeah,
as you guys
so-
can see, we now have an announcement. We are taking down the servers. We are taking them down as of today, and we're taking them down for we don't know exactly how long. They'll be offline at least for the night. This is due to a technical issue that we encountered that could possibly inflict damage to the economic of Florensia. But there's no reason to be concerned. We are looking into it. We are working out how to fix the problem, and we'll be definitely back as soon as we can. And there comes the connection force by close by force. So yeah, we're very sorry for that. This is an unfortunate announcement we have to make. There's no reason to be concerned, guys. We are looking into it, and we'll be fixing this problem as soon as we can, as fast as we can. But this is just how it is at the moment. Also, for further information, guys, please look on the Discord server, as Achim will be making a statement in a minute, or already made one even. Right, Ice, what do you say?
I say, yeah, that was another exciting week. And yeah, looking forward to next week.
Absolutely.
Seeing if we'll be on Burr, on Lux, who knows? I mean, if we are on Burr, it'll be interesting. I haven't really seen any of the Burr PvPs before.
Me neither.
It'll be interesting to see what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So yeah,
thank you everyone for joining.
we'll be here next week. We'll let you guys know once we know if we can do the Burr or Lux side individually. We'll definitely let you guys know what we'll be doing. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Ice, again, thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. I'll make sure next week I'm at 100%.
Great. And you guys have a fantastic evening. Have a fantastic Sunday evening. And we'll catch up next week or in the voice chat on Discord. Bye-bye.